Hey everyone, it is Liam and welcome back to my channel. And I know we gotta do something about this background. As you can see, ADHD. This movie review is way long overdue. I actually saw this movie November 19th before it came out. So yes, we are going to be reviewing Wicked for Good. There's a lot of mixed reviews, so I'm going to do my best at doing this review without really any spoilers. So make sure to give that video a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe, and let's get into this movie review. But I honestly enjoy this movie. Now, I am a new fan to Wicked. I have never seen the musical. I just read the book. My partner introduced Wicked to me last year when the first movie came out, and I absolutely fell in love with it. I love the storyline, and Ariana Grande, I've always been a fan of Ariana Grande, and I feel like she embodies Glinda so much. The Wicked for Good is the second part of the Wicked story, the fall of friendship, the rise of legend, and the emotion conclusion that they've been building towards since part one. Now, part one, I think we ended up seeing it in theaters 5 times, I believe. And we have the limited edition DVD, and I do have it on Amazon Prime as well. I am going to be purchasing it when it comes out on DVD and the digital as well. Now, for the second part, I don't feel like I needed to go back to the cinema to see it, and unfortunately, they are pulling it out. It is more raw emotion, and the unfortunate thing is people are bashing the film and saying that it's too heavy. And that's like with any theater. The second act of a play is always the consequences of choices that you made in act one. So I feel like a lot of people don't really know theaters or plays and how it works, and a lot of people are saying they didn't like it. I enjoyed it. Do I feel I need to go in cinema and see it 5-6 times like I did for the first part? No. In the opening scene, this movie is darker, heavier, and more intimate, which a lot of people are like, oh, they're pushing gay propaganda, they're pushing lesbianism, and honestly, this is just about two friends that have a very strong bond platonically, and you can love someone without being sexually interested in someone, so it's a very strong connection with these two people. And I knew it was going to be emotional, I knew it was going to be heavy, but I wasn't prepared to the extent, because they really did an excellent job of doing this. The big picture first is part 2 is the heartbreaker. It's the punch in the chest. It's a chapter where every relationship hits its breaking point. This movie could have easily felt like filler or an epilogue, but it doesn't. And people are like, oh, they dragged it on. They literally took like a play, the second act, which is like maybe 30-40 minutes of the play, and they extended it to almost a 3-hour film. So it is going to be leggy, and they did write 2 new songs for the play, and it's not really relevant to the movie, but it goes with the theme. It could have easily felt like a filler or an epilogue, but it doesn't. It feels like the real Wicked, the Broadway. So the part of the story that actually matters, it's messy, it's human, it's a little bit political, it's tragic, and the performances absolutely carry it. Cynthia Erivo is phenomenal. What a phenomenal woman. And I know since the beginning of Wicked, a lot of people have been saying very nasty, inhumane things about Cynthia, about having a lead role in this film as a black woman. I disagree. If you can do the part, doesn't matter if you're yellow, black, orange, a gorilla, if you can do it and you can, get into character and embody that, like, who cares? But I absolutely love her. She is, wow, the vocals on that woman are insane and incredible. I could listen to her all day. Not to mention a fashion icon and a very, very beautiful woman inside and out. In part 1, it showed her power. Part 2 shows her soul. This is Elphaba's raw, wondered, betrayed, and becoming the legend everyone fears. There are moments, especially in those quiet scenes, where Cynthia acts with her eyes. No dialogue, just heartbreak. The scene where she reaches her breaking point and the camera just stays on her. You feel the entire weight of being misunderstood, being hunted, being labeled wicked for simply existing. As a trans person, I felt that on an uncomfortable level, but very, very relatable. Now let's talk about Ariana Grande, because I love her. I've always loved her since she was in Sam and Cat, the TV show, early days of Nickelodeon. But she did such an incredible job as Glinda, like she did in part 1, but the second part was just, wow, chef's kiss. She is amazing. Ariana honestly shocked me again, and I feel like she shocked everyone with her acting skills and her singing skills and everything that she is capable of doing. One, she was all bubbly and secured and layered. In part 2, she is haunted. Glinda is broken by guilt. She's broken by what the system asks her to be. And Ariana captures that with softer choices, trembling voice, held back tears, the cracks in her smile. There's a scene between Elphaba and Glinda, no spoilers yet, where Ariana delivers a line so quietly, I actually stopped breathing. The pain in it, that's the moment Glinda becomes a tragic character. She's not the good one, she's the one who has to live with the consequences. Now, Fiyero, Morble, the wizard, shockingly good. Fiyero finally gets development in the second part of the movie. Finally, his arc is harder in part 2, and the chemistry with Cynthia feels way more lived in. A lot of people were like, oh, there's spicy scenes, I'm not taking my kids to this movie. It's no different than taking your kids swimming. Like, you're not seeing full-on intimacy here between Elphaba and Fiyero. You're seeing a little bit of torso and shoulder, and it implies what is happening. It doesn't go into full spicy mode. Like, it's still PG. It's no different than going to a pool or going into public spaces where you see a couple together that are in love and a little bit, cutesy. So I wouldn't sweat it. Michelle Morble, terrifying. She doesn't shout, she's quiet, and that makes her more powerful. Jeff Goldblum as the wizard brings this unsettling charm. You almost feel sorry for him, and then you don't. The music is darker, sadder, and bigger. So let's start with music, because part 2 is where the score becomes emotional. Part 1 was all upbeat, fun, and bubbly, and part 2 is more emotion. I feel like the second part soundtrack is more mature, more slower, whereas part 1 is more upbeat, like I said, more fun. The visuals shift dramatically in part 2. Oz loses its brightness. The Emerald City starts to feel oppressive, not magical. The costume work is exquisite. Elphaba's final look is nothing but iconic. Glinda's transformation visually shows the burden she carries. The CGI is better in this movie too. Now, I do know that they had a bigger budget and you have to work with your budget, but it's amazing, especially with all the animal. It's adorable. I promised that I wasn't going to do any spoilers, but you gotta watch the movie. This movie makes the politics louder. It's just, it's a great, my notes are all over the place. At the end of the day, Wicked isn't about magic or witches. It's about two girls who loved each other platonically, deeply, and were torn apart by a corrupt system. This movie nails that. Elphaba and Glinda aren't enemies, they're soulmates who needed different things to survive. The final scene between them, I'm not kidding, I cried. Actually, yes, the last scene I did, and also when Elphaba, I can't say too much because people didn't see it. I'm trying to stick to what trailers have seen. But the door scene towards the end, very emotional, and they almost weren't going to put that scene in there. The ending was great, and I liked the end of Elphaba and Fiyero walking Beyond Oz. What didn't really work for me was there's some pacing in the middle. A couple of transitions felt abrupt and out of the character arc, and I feel like Girl in the Bubble wasn't placed in the right spot in the movie. But overall, I really enjoyed Wicket for Good, and huge fan. And let me know what your thoughts are. And once again, I do apologize for the madness behind me. We are working on getting that my desk set up with like a background so we can actually do some content again. Let me know what your thoughts are for Wicket or Wicket for Good, and what was your favorite scene. Also, follow me for my movie reviews on Letterboxd and Rotten Tomatoes, and I'll put it all in the description box below. And happy holidays, and hopefully you have a great one.